Hi, we are Group 1 and our topic is STD and STI prevention. Our target behavior is to complete HPV vaccine series and also to get the HPV vaccine. We choose this target behavior because according to the CDC, around 14 million Americans become infected with HPV each year. Almost every person who is sexually active will acquire HPV at some time in their life without the HPV vaccination. Secondly, the HPV vaccination can prevent cancer-causing infections and diseases such as cancers of the cervix, vagina, and vulva in women and penis in men. Studies have shown that getting the vaccinations can prevent over 90% of these cancers from ever developing. Therefore, getting the HPV vaccines is better than treating an HPV cancer later.
We will be using the health belief model to shape our campaign. We will be targeting individual knowledge, attitudes, and beliefs regarding HPV vaccination. Additionally, we will address the costs and benefits of HPV vaccination, such as how severe is it, how susceptible people are to contracting it, the benefits and barriers to receiving the HPV vaccine.
Our sources will be internal will be doctor, nurses, health educator. External would be social media, online advertisement. Our message to the campaign would be to increase HPV awareness, vaccination rates, and completions of the HPV series. Our channel will focus on Instagram and display prints around campus. Our receiver are students, SCSU students under 26 years old. Our destination is to increase the awareness, the vaccination rates, and completions of the series among students ages 18 to 25.
We are targeting SDSU students because the HPV vaccinations is recommended for young men through age 21 and women through age 26.
Our primary audience will be San Diego State students ages 18 to 25 years old. Our secondary audience will be San Diego State students, those who have never been vaccinated, and those who have all 3 shots.
For our first persona, we have Apprehensive Alicia. She's a single 20-year-old SDSU student. Her hobbies include volunteering, ballet, reading, and painting. She works as a sales associate at Bath & Body Works. As for her medical history, her grandmother and aunt were both diagnosed with cervical cancer. Alicia's social media mainly consists of YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. In regards to HPV, Alicia has a few questions and concerns which include, am I too old to receive the vaccine? What does the vaccine prevent specifically? And how effective is the vaccine? Alicia's main concern is if she can still contract HPV if she receives the vaccine. Our second persona is Doubtful Danny. Danny is a 22-year-old SDSU student who is currently in a relationship. His hobbies include photography, hiking, chess, and camping. Danny works as a tutor and has a family history of oropharyngeal cancer. Danny's social media usage is primarily Facebook, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Some of Danny's questions include, how will the vaccine affect me? How will I benefit from the vaccine, and what are the long-term effects of the vaccine? Danny's main concern is if the HPV vaccine can prevent throat cancer as well.
For our channels, we created an Instagram page posting about the education and promotion to spread awareness on HPV vaccination. Posts will include informational facts about the vaccine as well as testing areas and other resources such as the Health Services Center on SCSU campus, so please follow our page. We will be printing our original pieces and posting it around the campus and around student dorm area to bring attention the importance of knowing the available resources centers.
Our first message is it's not too late to finish what you started. We will be posting our posters to spread awareness to SDSU students to get the HPV vaccine to prevent these strains of cancers. We will be using a light appeal by providing logical information that will explain what girls will gain by completing all the necessary vaccines. For our central route, we will be using our Instagram page to provide information about the Gardasil vaccine and information on how many vaccines each person should get.
Our second message is to take a shot against cancer. Get the HPV vaccine now. We will be using fear and disgust of getting and spreading HPV and related symptoms the vaccine can prevent using a heat appeal. This can include using fear of cancer, not showing symptoms, and being unaware you've contracted HPV. We will say there is a shot that can prevent cervical, penile, anal, and for oropharyngeal cancers. We will explain the cost of not receiving the Gardasil, Gardasil 9, or Cervarix shot, such as the increased susceptibility of becoming infected from sexual contact, being infected, and how infections can cause different cancers. Using the central route, we will include facts on how common STDs that can be prevented with the HPV vaccine are. We will include information on the vaccine for males and also include information for males since there's already a given for females. Our peripheral route will make the audience think about how they wouldn't want to contract STDs or HPV specifically.
We plan to increase the rate of HPV vaccination among SDSU students, and by fall 2019, we will increase the knowledge about the HPV vaccine schedule among 25% of SDSU students. For the outcome goal, by the end of fall 2019, we expect to see a 10% increase in HPV vaccinations among females and male students, and by distributing the polls through Blackboard to students will help us measure if the knowledge of students may have been increased.
Our campaign will be successful if a majority of students vaccinated after our campaign were exposed to our promotions pieces, if there is an increase in knowledge of HPV vaccination schedules, and if there is an increase of HPV vaccination rates among SDSU students. Thank you.